Well, good evening, everybody. Ken Johnson here with you on this 3rd of July, and we're calling it 4th of July Eve edition here on Primetime Weather. I hope you have had a good day. Of course, I assume that many of you are now off work and starting your holiday weekend tonight. And of course, the big day is tomorrow. And a lot of people will carry these festivities over into the weekend here. So, 4th of July, great holiday celebrating America's independence here. And like I say, what a great weekend this could be. As the rain doesn't ruin it, which I don't think it will. But you might need a little bit of an umbrella tomorrow if you're going to be outdoors cooking, or if you got plans to take you outdoors. Could be some rain around the area. I don't think it'll be an all-day washout. There's just going to be some waves of showers coming in from the south, kind of like what we've been seeing as of late. Maybe a few more showers around tomorrow than what we've been seeing. So it could be a little wet at times. But the indications are that the better rain chances would come earlier in the day, and they may be out of here by this time tomorrow night, which is good news because, tomorrow night is Freedom Fest here in Wichita Falls, and we'll be broadcasting. Actually, we'll be on air this time tomorrow night on News Channel 6, broadcasting live from the fireworks show, the 4th and the Falls fireworks show here in Wichita Falls. I think the fireworks show itself gets underway about 9:30. And but of course, there's going to be stuff. I think the gates open at 5. It's a free event. There'll be food trucks out there. There'll be the Battle of the Bands. It's going to be a good time. So I'm always I look forward to it. It was a lot of fun last year. And if the weather's anything like it is, at least temperature wise out there tonight, it's going to be great. Last year we were melting. It was so hot. Then a front came in. It cooled things off during the evening. We saw some thunderstorms around, but man, like tonight out there, it feels great. Nice breeze blowing, and it should be similar tomorrow night. So keeping my fingers crossed for that. So come on out tomorrow, and if you do come out, make sure if you see me, you say hello, shake my hand, whatnot. And I'll be out there with Weatherman Cam. Weatherman Cam will actually be out there with me. He's actually back, guys. He's back in town tonight. He came back from Chicago earlier today, and but he's out at the he's up at Burt Burnett with his friend, his lady friend, that is, and they are at the fireworks show up there tonight. So that's what he's doing. Then he works tomorrow morning, and then he works. He's off after that, so he'll be, like I say, he'll be out there with me tomorrow evening for the firework festivity here. So looking forward to that. But anyway, man, I just went super dark there. There we go. So what about you guys? You guys have a good day today? Tell me about what's going on today. What's your plans here tonight? What's your plans for tomorrow? We've been talking about that now for a while, for a little bit. Oh, now we're bright. So just tell me what you got going on. Again, I'm working. I'm working the 5 and the 6 o'clock newscast tomorrow evening. And then I leave and go straight out to the MPEC, and I'm out there until the show is over. So I got a long day tomorrow. It'll be a pretty long day. But it'll be a fun day, though. So what's up there, Angie? I haven't seen you in here before, so welcome in here to the show. Dorian, Aurora, how's it going? It is very nice. Good evening to you too, Dorian. It is really nice outside tonight. It's so nice. This summer, at least in North Texas, Southwest Oklahoma, it has been a very pleasant summer. It's a little humid, well, actually really humid, but the weather has just been phenomenal. I mean, it's you just can't beat July the 3rd, and we're talking about how nice the weather is. It just doesn't happen like that here. Every year we say, oh, it's going to be hotter than a firecracker. That's the old saying for the 4th of July, but not this year. Not this year, we're not. So, well, Steve, well, I'll try to get some good rest, Ty, but if you ever follow me, I don't do well a lot of times with sleep. So I do think it'll be similar to this tomorrow evening, Angie. I don't know. There may not be, the rain may be over with by, it may not be in the showers around tomorrow evening, but there could be rain around tomorrow. So Steve said he's ready to taste my watermelon wine. So I'm going to show you here. I'll take a picture earlier. So it's fermenting right now. It's in its what's called its primary fermenting stage. So you can see it there in the bucket. So what that is, it's the watermelon juice itself. And I think it's about, I don't know, maybe 2 cups of sugar in there, I think maybe, and some other enzymes that go in it. And then then I add the yeast back to it. The yeast is what turns that sugar into wine, and it smells. Right now, it smells really fruity, but it also has a real strong wine smell because that yeast Like I say, it's that's where your wine. That's when you get the wine. That's when you get the conversion that takes place. And at first, it has a real strong wine alcohol smell to it. But then then it begins to the fermentation begins to slow down and it begins to get a better taste. But the thing about it is that sugar all gets converted, so it's not sweet anymore. It's real dry. So I have to add more sugar to it or a simple syrup to it to make it real sweet because I don't like a dry wine. Well, some are okay, but most of them are not. So, Ken, did you see the pic? I think you may have posted it of that big juicy mountain lion in Southwest Oklahoma. That was a big boy or girl. I did not see it, and glad to see you're about doing well, Mark. We'll try to hook up again next fall if we get anything. So we'll see. Um, Plus, I think I've got some stuff ironed out now too, so I think it'll be fine. So I think we got a better way to do things next year, Mark. So, like, how much would you say is too warm? Because I have it in my pantry, and my pantry is like I said the temperature in there is probably between about 75 and 80 in there probably. Now I swear I had my strawberry and my peach wine, and it's done great. Matter of fact, it's about through fermenting. I need to transfer it into another glass jug here pretty soon because it's cleared up and it's all the yeast has fallen to the bottom. So I don't think it's going to rain all day tomorrow, Melissa, but there will be some showers around. Probably more, I think, tomorrow than what we saw today, but we'll just have to see. And I don't even know how to tell if it goes bad, Steve. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So yeah, I talk a lot about my dogs. I have a lot of dogs. I've got 6 golden retrievers. Okay, good. Then I'm probably about right because I don't think it's 80. It's definitely not 85 in there, but it's probably somewhere between about 75 and 80 in there. So because it's in my pantry, it's just in a tucked away area, so it's probably fine. I may move it into the main part of the house so it doesn't get any warmer, maybe but it hasn't been super hot either outside, so that helps out too. But anyway, back to my dogs. I've got 6 golden retrievers. I've got 2 males, Lucky, and yeah, none of mine are cloudy. Mine are perfect. Then I've got 2 males. There's Henry. I never really do show off Henry too much. Henry's just he's older, but he just kind of chills. He's a real pretty dog. He's white. He's completely white. But he's an older dog. He doesn't get enough credit. I probably should, but Lucky's my baby. He's my buddy. I've had him ever since he was born. But then I got Jazzy, Molly, Ginger, and Scarlet. Those are my 4 girls there. And of course, they're not just, but they are pets, but they're not just pets. They also have, special things about them that we train for service and that kind of stuff. So anyway, but I don't talk about him enough. I don't at all actually here. So my kids had a dog growing up, a lab, an old chocolate lab. His name is Gunner. He's still alive after all these years. He was my kid's first dog. Well, I guess he was technically first, second dog somewhere in there. We got him when Hayes was just a little old bitty boy. He's probably, I don't know, 7, maybe 6, maybe, I don't know. Cape was just, probably 4 or 5. I don't know. They were young, but he's lived all these years here. He is, I don't know exactly how old he is. He's probably anywhere between about 16 and 17 years old now. And my wife and I always joke that that dog is never going to die. Well, he slowed down a lot over the years. He used to be full energy, but now he's slowed down a whole lot. And you can tell he's got arthritis really bad in his back, and he's getting pretty far down now. So I imagine, and it's really sad too. I imagine the end is pretty near for him. It's been coming, but you can really start to see it now more so than ever. I mean, he is. My thought process on the whole thing, which is it's a hard call to make. Your pet's been a part of your life. I mean, he was a part of my life, significant part of my life. When I went through my divorce, I mean, many nights I was just there by my house, by myself at the house, and it was Gunner. It's just me and Gunner. So we've been through a lot together. And it'll be a very hard emotional day for me the day that he does go, but it's inevitably coming really, really soon here. But as a pet parent, you just don't know when it's time. But my thought process has been, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer or nothing like that. I'm just talking. But my thought process is, as long as he has some quality of life, when he's eating, he's drinking, he's still able to get up and down and go to the bathroom outside, those kinds of things. He's still good. I'm not going to have him put down. Well, we're starting to get there where you can tell the quality of life is starting to teeter. I don't know that it's going to happen in the next day or two, but it's going to be pretty soon. I could see it in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months, type of thing. So I definitely don't think he'll see another year, but I've been wrong before, so we'll see. But it's really sad to have to make that choice there, and ultimately, once Gunner's gone, one day I will have to make the ultimate choice for my other dogs. That's the thing about a dog. I love dogs. Dogs are great. They're the best thing in the world to have. I mean, your dog can never. You just dog. It's like I've always heard that God gave us angels without wings, and they're called dogs because I think that's right. Because I mean, dogs are they're just incredible type of things that we're blessed with. But the only problem with the dog, the only thing that's ever wrong with them, is the fact that that they just don't live long enough. 10 years, and that's just not enough time, man. It really isn't. It breaks your heart to think about it. So, but I'm a big animal lover, and it doesn't stop me from getting dogs. But my old boy Gunner probably won't be with us too much longer. So I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer, but I'm just saying how it is. I've been a little bit sad lately. It's been sad to have to watch old Gunner get down. It's been real sad, and it's really hard on me to have to watch my parents, which I don't even get to see them very often, about once or twice a year, and that's about it. I have to watch them go downhill, and I've watched, I see, especially my dad's going downhill fast, and it's real hard to see that. It's really, really hard to see it. I mean, they've got my mom and my dad are both older. They're in their 80s, and they both have their mental health seems to be okay. They're not quite as sharp as they used to be, but they're still in their 80s. It happens. So pretty good though for that age. My mom seems to be doing pretty good. But I'm seeing my dad go downhill. He's just had a lot of things go wrong over the last year here. So, I mean, that kind of makes me sad as well. But what sucks more than anything is the fact that they're, so far away, and, they wouldn't move. My sister left years ago to Arkansas, where she lives. I live here, and I've been here for years. And my parents stayed in Mississippi, where they have nobody, and they just wouldn't move. So, I mean, I can't make them move. They're adults, but they should have moved a long time ago, either out here with me or up to the north with my sister. So they would have somebody, to help take care of them when it was needed. So, but anyway, I know that this is a bit of a Debbie Downer, and I don't mean to be on the 4th of July. It's supposed to be fun, but I just, had some things on my heart that I wanted to talk about a little bit, and you guys listen to me, and I do appreciate it. So, but everybody, Kate, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay here. So, yeah, it's going to suck whenever old Gunner has to be put down. And like I say, what sucks about it the most is the fact that, this was my kid's dog. This was Hayes's dog, and and technically it was Hayes's dog, but Felicity too. It's just going to be, my kids have grown up. They're no longer kids anymore. And those of you that are parents and have had them grow up and move on and move out of the nest, and you know how hard it is. It can be really, really difficult. So, to watch them, grow up and then, move on, past you, and I don't even need dad anymore. They don't need dad anymore, and I very seldom even see them anymore. So, I couldn't do hospice or Dorian. That would be a very, very difficult thing to do. I know that you guys are a blessing to a lot of people, and it's a great thing that you all do, but I would have a hard time with that one, man. I'd love to hear some of your stories, though. I've watched them on TikTok, hospice nurses talk about a lot of spiritual and ghostly things that happen in that realm. I'd love to hear some of your stories. So, oh well, Angie's a hospice nurse as well. 2 hospice nurses. So we got 1 hospice nurse and another that was a hospice nurse. That's cool. Like I say, you guys are angels in yourself and what you do for these families. And and when that day comes for me, I'm sure you all be there for me as well. So anyway, but I have been a Debbie Downer tonight. I have not been my same normal, goofy, funny self. And a lot of it's because Cameron's not here, but it'll be okay. It'll be okay. But anyway, time right now is about 9:42. Well, you're very welcome. I do love my job. I do love what I do. Um, and I've really developed a bit of a routine, here at New Channel 6 and how things go here. And it's my life is it's a routine. I get up, I do a few things around the house. I come to work. I got a guy interning with me right now. I'll try to introduce him at some point in time. Um, yeah, Raul's his name, and I'm teaching him right now about how to do the weather the right way, not the wrong way, the right way. And then I've got Jacob, who just started. I'm having to mentor him as well right now, and so is Cameron. But Cameron's been off here. I really and truly, to be honest, I haven't had a vacation in a long time, and I need a little vacation. I need to take off at some point in time and have just several days away. I don't know when that will be, but I do know that I need to do that at some point here in the next couple of weeks or next month or so. I need to, just a few days, to kind of recharge my batteries here. Like I said, I haven't been off work, like a good solid time off work, probably since I think I took off a couple of days around spring break, maybe sometime in the spring, but I really haven't had a nice stretch of days off since Christmas. So yeah, I do miss Cam. Cameron's kind of the life of the party. Without Cameron, man, I mean, it's he's kind of like my yin to my yang here. I'm the yin, he's the yang. It just we just feed off of one another. So yeah, it was a long season, and I let Cameron. Cameron's the one who really took it on the chin this season. He worked some really long hours, and chased hard, and I let him have the some time off here first, and then after he gets back, he's back tomorrow, but he'll be getting back into the swing of things next week. Then I'll have a day. I'll take some time off here. I'm trying to get Jacob kind of good and settled, and then I'll take a few days off myself. So well stated. Steve says, well stated. Dogs don't live as long as we'd like. You're right, they don't. Difficult choice as a quality of life. As to parents, I got a call en route to Madrid. My dad was passing. Took me 5 days to come back to give the eulogy. When you do it, celebrate the good things, no sadness. That's a good attitude to have. But man, for whatever reason, my default is, and it's just something in me, it's my default. It defaults to sadness instead of looking at it that way and celebrating, because it is a blessing. Because I mean, if you think about it, a lot of people don't have their parents in their life on a full-time basis, or they lose one of their parents early in life. I haven't had that problem. My mom and dad stayed married. They never divorced. They're still together after 50 something years now. They're still together. Still live in the same house that I grew up in. So, and they're in their 80s. So at this point in time, when they do pass, it's not a tragedy. It's, but instead of being grateful, my default is to be devastated. I typically get over things fast. I usually don't dwell on them for too long, usually, 2 or 3 days, and then I start moving on. But, I think to me that it's harder to see the deterioration of things, and to see the old, what was once new, and then the almost like the life being sucked out of you, of a place. I told the story. I used to cut grass on the side, and there was this older couple that I cut their yard in their 80s and 90s, and none of their family lived here at all. And their kids have moved away, and they stayed here, and you can see how full of life this place once was. And then now it's just all just wearing out, going downhill, and just everything just, you can see how time is just, taking its toll on it. And, my parents' house, very similar, great place, beautiful land, Nice house, but it's going downhill, and you can just see how everything is just starting to to wear down a bit here. So, but I've been a Debbie Downer tonight anyway. But anyway, I am going to go. I'm going to get off here. I'm going to go get dressed for the newscast. Everybody, I will try to have a I lost my mom when she was 60, my dad was 69. When he passed, I was 38 and then 41. Blessing to have your parents as long as well. Yeah, I am. I know I am very blessed there, Angie. I know I am. And I have no reason to be sad at all, but I am. Like old Gunner. I mean, he's an old dog. There's nothing to be sad about. He's lived a good life, but I'm sad and I know it's coming. Yeah, truth be known, I probably should go ahead and have it done, but I can't. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So that's kind of what I'm doing with the house that I'm in now. It's not really an antique, but it's the house that I moved into in Lakeside City it's a big, big house. Okay. It's a big 2-story house. And I bought it in foreclosure and it was a mess when I bought it. It's a really nice place, beautiful. And I've actually made the property real pretty again. Just by doing just good regular maintenance to it. And I've done some work inside the house, but I'm trying to make this what was potentially one time a really nice place. And it was at one time, but then the people who bought it before we had it, they just let it go, man. And I'm having to go back and restore it all. So it's just taking a lot of time and a lot of money. So I think that he's about there, Angie, too, which is very sad. All right, guys, I got to go. I got to get dressed. Hey, y'all have a great 4th of July. Be safe. Be safe. Don't drink and drive. Don't boat and drive. And, I'll be out at the fireworks show tomorrow night here in the Falls. Come by and say hello if you do happen to go. If not, I'll try to stream it Facebook Live on there from